Hey,
Who's this?
it's Roman.
Hi, Roman. Did something happen?
Yes, your employees didn't say hi to me. I came all the way here to visit the construction site. Don't they have common sense?
Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Maybe they were busy or doing other tasks when you came in. My employees are usually very friendly and courteous.
They were clearly ignoring me on purpose. You should train them better.
Oh, are you sure? I never got any complaints from anyone, so I don't think they did that.
Excuse me? Look, if they decide to ignore me next time, I will do something. And I mean it. Anyways, where the hell are you?
I'm actually about 80 feet from the ground right now. You should see me from there.
Isn't it common sense for the leader to greet me first?
I didn't know you were coming.
I sent you an email.
I would have appreciated if you'd called the office also.
Are you talking back at me?
No, I just said that if you did, I would have reminded all of my employees and greeted you first.
You should always be prepared, whether I come or not. Also, my company is your main contractor, so if you argue with me, I can tell my boss anytime and crush this place. So you better apologize to me now.
Oh, please don't do that. Sorry about everything and talking back.
Hey, here's a better idea. Why don't you stop texting and come down?
I'll be there in less than a minute.
Seriously? Are you going to make me wait? Why don't you jump off or something?
I won't do that, but I will sprint. Sorry for making you wait.
Hurry up! Oh my god, you're so useless! Who do you think is feeding you? Can't believe a woman is in charge. I also never heard the words, thank you, from you.
Your company is, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I have a question, though. What's wrong with a woman being a leader? There are lots of women who are leaders now.
Because other women have common sense, are respectful, make good decisions, are trusting. I can go on and on with this list. Basically, something you aren't.
Do you even know me to say things like that? This is our 5th time meeting.
Look, if you want to argue, I'd be happy to terminate the contract right now.
What? No, oh, please don't do that. Our employees won't be able to make a living.
That doesn't matter to me, because if that happens, it's going to be your fault. By the way, wasn't the construction a little slow today? Can you explain to me about that?
Well, one person is absent due to illness.
Seriously? Why didn't you tell me about it earlier?
Oh, did you want me to?
Yes. If there's a delay, it affects our company. So tell that person to come to work right now. Male or female?
Male?
Tell me his name.
Why do you need to know?
Just tell me. You can't listen to me?
His name is Jackson.
Jackson Verlies?
Yes?
I'm going to visit him from now, because I want to know what he's doing. I bet he's playing video games.
No, he's not. He's really sick.
How do you know that? He might be faking it.
Because I trust my employees.
That's bullshit. You hire failures who usually don't get hired anywhere, right? Like juvenile delinquents, right?
There are no failures. I hired them because they were passionate about this job. I don't judge people because of their backgrounds.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, maybe you can give us a hand? This construction can be done on time and won't affect your company.
Sorry, too late. I already left to check on this slacker.
Hey, Allison! Why is Roman at my house?
Ugh, I'm so sorry about that. He wanted to check what you're doing since you took off work today. He's just there to waste time, so you can just ignore him. You can tell him that you're at the hospital or something.
I actually answered the intercom by accident.
Ugh, I'm so sorry. I should have kept my mouth shut, but if I did, you guys would have lost your jobs, and I didn't want that to happen. What is he saying?
I understand. If I was in your position, I would have done that same thing. Hey, I really appreciate what you've done for me in the past, so don't worry about it. He said, "Let me in right now," while banging on the door.
Thanks, Jackson. Wow, really?
Yeah, it's an apartment, so there are other people too. Give me a break.
You didn't let him in, right?
I did, because he was repeating that he was going to fire me in a really loud voice. I'm in the bathroom now, actually.
Ugh, what a disgusting person. This is harassment, so can you save the intercom video and possibly what he's about to say to you from now? If you feel sick, you don't need to do that, okay? I don't want your cold to get worse.
Sure. I actually have a pocket camera, so I will record everything. I really don't care if my cold gets worse, because he's been doing terrible things to people at our company. So I want to take revenge on him.
Oh, please take it easy. What? Like what?
He forcefully asked a few female workers for their numbers, mixed citric acid in our drinks, saying it's a prank, purposely putting things in the way so someone can fall so he can laugh about it, and so on.
That's terrible. I didn't know about this. Why didn't you tell me?
I couldn't, because he told me that if I told you, this might become a big deal, and he would terminate the contract. Everyone, including me, is very thankful of you. So I didn't want that to happen.
Listen, my employees' lives are the most important thing for me.
Thank you, Allison. I'm so happy that you're my boss. Anyway, I need to go talk to him now.
Oh, thanks, Jackson. Be careful, okay? Just pretend to listen to him and focus on recording. I'm gonna start gathering evidence what he has done at our company so he can get fired.
How nice would that be? I will definitely help you. Well, after I get well, though.
Actually, I might ask you to do something for me. I'll let you know soon. Please, just get well soon, okay? I'm gonna be twice as busy now because I have to research and monitor this asshole when he comes here.
Sure, please, ask me anything. I will take care of him today, so you can focus on your job.
Thank you very much. Did you talk to Roman?
Yeah, I did. He attacked me. He yelled at me, pushed me, threw stuff at me, and punched me. Sorry I couldn't text you.
What? Are you serious? Are you okay?
Yes. I actually did it on purpose. Because I don't want any other employees to experience this. Plus, I got it on camera. I need to take at least 3 days off from work, if that's okay with you. I'm pretty hurt.
Of course you can. Actually, you can come back until you're fully recovered. I'm so sorry that I couldn't help you. Oh my god, I feel so terrible right now.
That's okay. I need to pay my bills so I can go back to work within 3 days.
This company has paid leave, so you'll still get paid even if you take off from work. So please rest until you're fully recovered, okay?
Thank you, Allison.
I'm so pissed right now. I'll make sure to take revenge on him. Not physically, but in a legal way. You have the evidence, so it'll be easy.
Can you tell me when you'll tell him?
Sure, I'll send you screenshots. Anyways, hey, if you need anything, reach out to me anytime, okay?
Please do. It's a good way to kill time. Thank you.
Roman, where the hell are you? Are you serious? You hurt Jackson and now Amanda?
I'm on my way back to my company. Sorry, that was an accident.
You call that an accident? She could have broken a bone or suffered from a brain injury.
All I did was kick the ladder because Jackson pissed me off yesterday. Plus, your employees ignored me again. It's 20 feet, so it's not a big deal. I was okay when I once fell. I was surprised that you dived in to catch her.
You didn't tell us that you'd be coming in today, too. She sprained her ankle, so I brought her to the hospital. I also need to be checked, too.
So what? Didn't I tell you yesterday that you should always be prepared, whether I come or not? Seriously? Tell her to shake it off and go back to work. You too.
Are you serious? Okay, you know what? You just crossed the line by hurting her.
I just told you that this was an accident. It's her fault because she was in the way.
She was just doing her job.
Yeah? Well, an incompetent worker deserves that anyways. Don't you think so?
She's an excellent worker, Roman. You're such an ass. You should be prepared for what's coming.
What did you just say? Remember that we are your main contractor. If you report about this, I can terminate the contract right now.
Go ahead. You'll face problems, though.
I would like to see that.
I just filed a damage report.
You what?
You heard me. I asked one employee to file it for me because you hurt Jackson and Amanda, and I know that there are other victims other than them.
Who filed it?
I don't need to tell you.
You can't listen to me? You guys are subcontractors, so you need to listen to me.
Do you have anything else to say besides that?
Excuse me? Are you making fun of me? Okay, you know what? I will terminate the contract right now. Too bad you just ruined your employees' lives. You guys will probably need to live on the streets. I feel bad for you guys.
Talk all you want, but the damage report has already been filed.
Bitch, I will make your life a living hell.
Aren't you at the bottom position at your company, though? Are you in the position to decide what you want to do with the contract?
Bottom position? I'm the #1 employee that the company is counting on. So yes, I can decide what to do.
If you do, you need a valid reason to terminate the contract, you know. Do you have one?
Yes, I do. You blamed everything on me, even though it was only an accident.
Because it is, and it was not an accident. It was an assault.
No, it's not. Hey, I'm done talking. So can I call my boss right now to notify about terminating the contract with you?
I don't think that a big company would go for that just for one employee.
Like I said, I'm the #1 employee, so he will probably listen to me.
Actually, you don't need to do anything because I'll terminate the contract from my end. How does that sound? I'm tired of your bullshit.
Seriously?
Yes, you have no complaints towards that, right?
Are you sure about this?
Yes, why not? I'll just find another contractor.
I don't think there are other companies that are going to be one because your company is small. Well, that doesn't matter to me though. Good luck.
It's true that we're a small company, but since you became our ad, we're gonna get flooded with orders.
What the hell are you talking about? Ad?
I think it's called viral marketing. Thank you very much.
I'm so confused right now.
Check your name on social media.
WTF? Why are there videos of me? Who took these?
My important employees. They recorded every time you did something to them because they thought it would come in handy later on. They're smart, right?
Hey, this is just a communication between workers. Plus, this is an invasion of privacy to post it on the internet.
You can sue me if you want to. It's just gonna be a waste, though.
What?
Your info. It's already leaked.
Damn it, my name and pictures are shown. Also the screenshots of the conversation we had.
Yeah, and? Are you gonna sue me?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to call my boss right now to sue you. We are one of the biggest companies in the industry, so we can easily crush a small company like yours.
Oh, you didn't hear anything? You're getting fired.
What?
Your boss called me 20 minutes ago and said that he would like to keep the contract because it would be a huge loss if we terminate with them. But I told him that I don't want to work at a company that has a scumbag like you, so we agreed to continue the contract and fire you.
The company agreed to that?
Yeah, they did without any hesitation, so you're done. They were gonna fire you anyways, even though this didn't happen because you got a lot of complaints.
What? Seriously?
So, I guess we're strangers now, so I don't need to talk to you anymore. Thank God.
The company will never abandon me! They need me!
If you don't believe me, why don't you go talk to them?
I will! You don't need to tell me that!
Hey Jackson, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. Thank you so much for the screenshots. He hurt Amanda too? Seriously?
Yeah, she has a sprained ankle, but she should be okay.
Wow, he is such a disgusting person. I want to punch him in the face if I see him somewhere.
I understand how you feel, but if you choose violence, you'll be on the same level he is.
True. Sorry for being pissed.
It's okay. Hey, thank you so much for uploading videos on social media. I remember you telling me that you were good with computers, so that's why I asked you. You even put subtitles on it.
No problem. It was a piece of cake for me. Plus, I enjoyed doing it. This was a brilliant plan. That's the only thing I can do, though. I also thank everyone for sending me videos. I'm surprised that everyone had one each.
I should have installed security cameras so that I could have caught even more evidence, though. That's more than enough. I'm not good with computers, so I really appreciate it. Yeah, Roman was being such a dick from the beginning, so everyone had their guard up.
Don't blame yourself. Phones have higher resolution and more details. Good for them. I want to know how he got hired in the first place.
That's exactly what I thought, too.
What's he doing now?
He's talking to his boss and probably begging to stay.
Wow. He's wasting his time. He should just give up and quit.
Yeah, exactly. His boss didn't care about him or his excuses.
What's going to happen next? I want to know.
Not sure, but I'll definitely keep you updated.
Hey, Allison, can I go there from now?
Why?
When I return to the company, my boss told me to go apologize to you.
Of course they'll say that. You should have apologized to me a long time ago. I'm not gonna accept the apology even if you come here. I don't want to see a scumbag like you ever again.
Please? My parents are sick of me, and I need to rebuild their trust.
Okay, and? So the apology is not for me and my employees. Also, it's not for your company?
Sorry, the apology is for everybody involved.
I don't believe that at all. You just want to save yourself, right? I'm not gonna listen to you. I have an idea. Why don't you just turn yourself to the police instead of coming here?
Police? Why?
For causing an injury for 2 of my employees. I actually have both caught on video.
Causing an injury? I didn't do anything to Jackson, and Amanda just sprained her ankle. Stop exaggerating the story.
You threw stuff and punched Jackson, and did you just say just? If I didn't catch her, she would have broken her leg or suffered from a brain injury. Also, I know that you did something to my employees, so each of them is going to sue you.
What the hell did I do?
You'll eventually know. Let me think. All the fees for assaults and harassment. Wow, I can't imagine how much that's going to be.
Wait, I will apologize. I was really happy to get a job at a big company, so I just got carried away.
Too late. You should have thought about the consequences you'll face before you did something. You didn't deserve to work for a big company or any company at all.
Please give me another chance. I know I made a mistake and learned from it.
Do you want to come work at my company?
Seriously? Really? May I?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I knew you're really nice. I'm not going to cause any trouble and work extra hard.
Actually, you know what? Maybe not, because you don't like the fact that a woman is in charge, right? He got charged with assault and harassment and had to pay fine and compensation for almost all of the employees with a total of $20 million. He drowned in debt, unable to pay even his rent, so he got kicked out of his house and is now living on the streets. He can't even find a new job because of his criminal record and being viral on social media. On the other hand, this incident has raised my company's profit, and we're now one of the biggest companies in the industry. I know it's a bad way, but he deserved this because he treated my employees like shit. Jackson and Amanda are completely healed and came back to work. As a boss, I'll continue to protect my employees whatsoever.
Good morning, Melanie. I just arrived to your hospital room. I don't see you around. I brought a change of clothes. Everything okay? Is there something you want me to take back home with me? Like laundry or something? Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, actually there is. There's a bunch of laundry in the closet near the door. Get those washed, would you? Alright, no problem. Oh, and Melanie, there's one more thing. Yeah? What is it? You and the baby are scheduled to come home the day after tomorrow, right? Yes, that's right. Why do you ask? Well, I suddenly have this urgent issue back at my parents' place, and I won't be home for a few days. So I asked my son to take the afternoon off the day after tomorrow to pick you up by cab. Hope that's okay. Oh, yeah? Okay, so Rob is gonna pick me up, huh? No problemo. No problemo? Oh, yes, I get it. I really feel awful about it. No worries, I'll be fine. Actually, I'm sorta thankful. Excuse me? Never mind. Hey, Mom. Weren't you supposed to be back from your folks' place about now? Yes, that's right. I should be home in about an hour or so. Oh, yeah? You don't have to come home. Oh, wait. Pardon me? After your husband died, your son Rob and I live in the main house. And you live in the attached cottage out back, right? Yes, that's right. What about it? Since I'm alone, I prefer the smaller house. Less to clean, it's actually quite comfortable. Although we live on the same property, we made it a rule that we would not interfere with each other's lives. I see. Then it's decided. Please vacate that cottage, please. Excuse me? But why do you say that? Seems obvious, right? After your husband passed away, the house was handed down to Rob, who's your only son. So I figured, since I am Rob's wife, I have the authority to determine who lives here and who doesn't. Makes perfect sense, right? And what's more, I just gave birth to a healthy young boy who will next take over this property someday. So, simply put, I surpassed you as the authority figure here. I make the decision about this family and this property. You're not making much sense, Melanie. If you can't understand, I can explain it to you again. If you like, I got all the time in the world. Oh, and that little cottage you're living in now? Once you're out, my folks will move in, so I'd appreciate it if you get your stuff out of there ASAP. Thanks. I really wish you would stop making all the decisions like I didn't even exist. Considering that it would be hard bringing up a kid, it would be way easier for me to ask my folks rather than my mother-in-law, who I hardly know. Don't you agree? Don't you agree that a stress-free environment is important for bringing up a child? For both mother and child? So, you feel that my presence is stressful. Is that what you're trying to say? Please, Mom, don't get me wrong. It's not just about you. I just grew up thinking that, that all in-laws are supposed to be a little, cruel and nasty. Does Rob feel the same way as you? I haven't asked him, but I'm sure he feels exactly the same. But I can't be persuaded to change my mind. If I can get $10,000 a month as support payment, my mind can be easily swayed. Pardon me, $10,000? Obviously, you can't pay such a fortune, so I want you out of the cottage by the end of the day. Even if I was to leave, I still have a lot of stuff in the house. I need a few days. I bet you're just saying that, and then you're gonna squat there forever. I have other accommodations, so that won't be necessary. Are you sure about that? I remember when you first moved in, Melanie. Those huge cardboard boxes? How did you even get those boxes to the house? I've always wondered about that. You know perfectly well how hard it is to move. It's not as easy as packing a bag and saying goodbye. Yeah, but I really doubt you have somewhere else to live, but again, that's your problem. Okay then, I'll give you until Sunday to move out. That should be more than enough time. If you're even a day late in moving out, we cut family ties and you'll never see your grandchild ever again. You're out of the house, like it or not. Just keep that in mind. Cut family ties, huh? I may be saying that to you sooner rather than later.
Judith, is this true? Did you really move out of your own place?
Good morning, Rob. Please, no need to worry about me. I'm fine. As you all know, I have other accommodations.
But it seems unfair. This is your home.
Yes, it is. By the sound of it, apparently Melanie hasn't mentioned anything.
Melanie, did she say something to you?
Yes, it was Melanie who told me to get out of the house. She seemed pretty adamant about it too.
Are you joking? She told you to leave your own home. Why?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned this to you before, but I just want to make sure. She knows that we're not related, no blood ties, and that I haven't officially registered you as my child. She knows this, right?
Yeah, I told her that before we even got married. She thought it was weird at first when I kept calling you Judith, but when she asked me about that, I told her that my dad brought me up as a single parent, and that you and Dad got married after I finished school and was already working. I also explained that since I was already an adult, I wasn't really necessary to do all the paperwork for adoption.
That's what I wanted to verify. Thanks.
Do you have any evidence that Melanie demanded that you leave?
Yes, she contacted me online. So the whole conversation should be there word for word.
I'd appreciate it if you could send me the entire conversation. I want to get a grasp of the whole situation.
Okay, I can do that. I'll send it later.
Oh, and one more thing. Now that you moved out, I don't see how we can go on living here any longer. The only problem is that Melanie just got out of the hospital and is still pretty weak and needs rest. As you know, the baby is tiny. We really shouldn't be taking our son outside for now. Would you mind waiting 3 or so months until we're ready to move? I'd really appreciate it.
Of course, Rob. How can I say no?
Thank you so much, Judith, and I'm really sorry about all this. And I appreciate your considerateness.
No need to apologize. I just hope things work out for you two. Or should I say 3? Hey, pick up, would you? This is my first time hearing about this. What's going on? Oh, hello, Melanie. It's been a while. How are you? Let's cut the niceties, shall we? Why the hell do we have to move out? You're the one who was supposed to get the hell out of here. I finally scheduled it so that my folks would move in. As a matter of fact, they just terminated their apartment lease and packed their stuff. What the hell is going on? What have you done? I'm sure you heard everything from Rob. He told you that the owner of the house is me. That can't be right. When a father dies, the son takes over as heir. Rob's the only son. The house obviously goes to him. What are you, delusional? And you have to pay all kinds of taxes too, like property and state taxes. You're just a housewife. You would never be able to pay that. Oh, I see now. That's where all misunderstandings come from. A misunderstanding? What are you talking about? For starters, I'm not a housewife. Actually, I'm an investor. Wait, excuse me? An investor? I'm not only investing in stocks, but also have considerable real estate assets too. And that house you guys are living in right now? I bought that house years ago, which is also in my name. Wait a sec, am I hearing you right? My husband's office was not far away, so when we married, we moved in here. It was just more convenient. After a few years, Rob got transferred to this area, so he moved in with us. The place is pretty big, so 3 adults wasn't a problem, and we had the cottage out back. We lived a nice, peaceful existence for years, before you arrived. So, does that mean that the house will not be Rob's for the foreseeable future? That's where you got your wires crossed again, Melanie. About any inheritance, we decided long ago that when my sister's child turns 30, she would inherit the house. We decided that years ago, and Rob's father was well aware of it, as Rob is. I'm surprised he didn't tell you. Are you for real? That doesn't make sense. Even if Rob is not your real child, he is nevertheless your son. You can't deny that. He has rights too. Being your son, he has way more rights and priority than some niece or nephew. I never officially adopted him as my son. Therefore, there is no inheritance involved. Although he may be perceived as my son. I don't want to sound crude, but he is actually a stranger. Wait a second. So, does that mean, no matter what I do, this house will never be mine? That seems to be the case. You can't do this! No way! I won't let you do this! I already talked to Rob about all this. I'm bewildered by your reaction. I thought it was all resolved. This wasn't how it was supposed to end! We were supposed to get the house. My folks were supposed to. Am I hearing you right? Was that your intention? To somehow outright own that house? Is this what it's all about? Yeah, so what? I have no say in what you two are going to do going forward. That's for you and Rob to decide. Excuse me? I decided to move out and live at my summer home near the ocean. As for that house, I'm going to put it up for rent in the near future. Once I get the schedule figured out, I'll send you the date I will need you to move out. I would appreciate it if you get all your things packed and ready to move out by then. How did it turn out this way? What's going on? Can you at least give us that summer home? Hello, Mom. It's been a while. How have you been? Is that you, Melanie? What do you want? I hope it's not about extending your stay. I already have that place on the market. Besides, I thought we made it clear that we have to cut all ties. Cut ties? Why would we do that? Can't you see me and your grandson right outside your window on your front doorstep? Come on, Mom. Open up the front door and let us in. Pardon me? What are you talking about? Which front doorstep? Are you even at the right house? I'm looking outside the door, but I don't see anybody. You're not fooling me one bit with that kind of play acting, Mom. I did a little checking up on you, like where you moved. Pardon me? You checked up on me? Remember a few months back? You were talking about moving to your summer house back east, near the ocean. Now that has to be the ritzy area near Hamilton Beach, right? I did a thorough check on that place. I checked every address around the area and finally tracked you down. Hamilton Beach? I don't live in Hamilton Beach. Where'd you get that idea? Huh? Oh, wait, what? There are plenty of other areas that have wonderful beach resorts all up and down the East Coast. I never said I had a summer home in the Hamilton Beach area. But your name's right here on the mailbox. That's how I tracked you down. My last name is pretty common. I read somewhere that it's one of the top 10 names in the US. I bet there are dozens of people in that area with my first and last name. You're kidding me, right? You're not pulling a fast one on me, now are you?
Now, why would I do that? I have no reason to lie to you. If you're making a scene in front of some stranger's house, I suggest you leave before they call the police. That was a close call. I talked my way out of it. I said I was lost. That guy was about to call the cops on me. So, Melanie, what's this all about? Pardon me? Why did you come all the way out east to find me? Were you just curious to see where I lived? Well, I figured, you're not getting any younger. Maybe you wanted us to live with you. I mean, with your grandson and all. Live with me? You want to move in with me? Yeah, your husband's passed, living all alone. Figured you'd want some company. I really don't need a total stranger to be concerned about my well-being. But you're living alone and... I didn't mention this before, but I plan on living with my other son. My real son and his family. You have a son? You mean... Yes, we're planning on constructing a 2-family home not far from here. We'll live separately, but live on the same property. Kind of like the arrangement we had before, but more spacious. Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about Rob and his family. Family being me and your grandson. Why didn't Rob tell me? What a relief. But if that's your plan, I would appreciate it if you could maybe stay at that nice little summer home and have my folks move into this new house. Now that would be the best outcome possible. There you go again, Melanie, always coming to hasty conclusions. I said my real son. I wasn't talking about Rob. Not Rob. Wait a sec, what? I have a 28-year-old son from a previous marriage. I suppose that makes him Rob's younger stepbrother. I talked to Rob about this already. I told him I was going to live with my real son and his family. Oh, and they have a 2-year-old daughter. You already have a grandchild? Didn't I tell you this before? I thought I did. Did you? I don't recall. Oh, and didn't Rob file for divorce? Who told you? I don't live with Rob anymore, as you know, but I do keep in touch with him. Despite what you think, Rob and I are on good terms. We've always seen eye to eye. The reason he filed for divorce is mainly because of your infidelity. When did you find out about... I know a lot more than you think, Melanie. Including the fact that the child you gave birth to was not Rob's at all. Rob confided in me that he has no idea who the father is. The DNA test proves it's not his. When did you talk to him about... No use trying to deny it, Melanie. He told me everything. But there must be something! I better get going. I'm having some friends over this afternoon. Please, Mom, Judith, please! I have nowhere to live! Goodbye forever, Melanie. Please, Mom! I later learned that she came looking for my summer home in Hamilton Beach area with her parents in tow. It seems the 4 of them were left with nowhere to live. I guess they figured that if they rushed to my home in Hampton Beach, which is not where I live, somehow they would be able to move in, at least for a while. I think their intention was to somehow kick me out and take over the house. Why they thought that, I have no idea. As a result of their misguided pipe dream, they were left homeless. They were lucky they had their grandchild with them because a nearby relative took pity on them and put them up for a few nights. But word spread of their antics among the relatives, and eventually, sad to say, the child was put up for adoption. I hear they worked out some deal with a relative who owns a ranch out in Montana. They were allowed to live in a converted barn for the foreseeable future. It's apparently a pretty hard life on a farm. But evidently, they are trying to make ends meet as best they can.